Hello, happy February. Casey O'Mara, Director of Curriculum. And it's exciting that we've made it halfway through a school year. A lot has certainly taken place, and it's all very exciting. So, to start, I just wanted to go back to the mission and vision that was established 4 years ago. I did find an email from Brooke dated February 9th of 2018, where she announced to the school district that we were moving in a direction to develop Slate Valley, and we'd be doing so using our mission, which is identified here on our website. Shout out to Josh Burlett, who does a fantastic job of keeping our website up to date. And our vision is also identified here. And a lot of my work is connected to the Slate Valley mission and vision. Specifically, I wanted to identify our work around continuous improvement planning. And all of our buildings have established a goal using TeachPoint, where we hope to identify strategies that educators are using to increase engagement, motivation, the challenge in a course. And so it's hopeful that through the use of TeachPoint, we'll see not only the checkbox that an administrator will use when conducting a walkthrough where they'll identify lessons planned and structured to support student learning, but also in the comment section. And I made that kind of purplish there. There'll be a note about how it is potentially a strategy is being used to support student learning. And that all attaches to the Slate Valley vision of trying to individualize student learning through, as we have here, rigorous, authentic, experiential, and individualized experiences for students. To accompany that or support that, one measure that we use, one bit of evidence, is STAR 360. And so we're preparing to, if schools haven't already, administer a winter assessment. And that is part of our screening process. The fall and spring we use as benchmark results. But in the winter, we're simply trying to see, are there students that we aren't aware of that we potentially might need to support, and what growth is taking place. That information is very helpful and used during LIFT meetings, and each one of these folders here, schools have access to. And so the attempt to individualize learning as part of our vision using LIFT meetings, K5 specifically, relates to instructional strategies to support student learning, and the evidence can be found in these folders. Something that we as a Slate Valley leadership team have started to work on in terms of ways to coach for administrator level in a building in collaboration with coaches to be used during LIFT meetings in support of student learning and the continuous improvement goals mentioned previously are strategies around student talk. And each one of these articles here was identified by a different K8 principal, soon to be K6 principal. And so it's fabulous to see principals taking a leadership role in identifying strategies that could support instruction, connected to our vision, and connected to this continuous improvement and the work that we do during LIFT meetings. And also during the Slate Valley Leadership Team PLC, Brooke had us read The Culture of Love, Cultivating a Positive and Transformational Organizational Culture by a superintendent. Lavelle Brown is the superintendent's name. He's in Ithaca, New York. And as part of that reading, this gentleman, Dr. Schlettke, if I pronounced his name correctly, was identified. And so a conversation that happened with more high school, middle school administrators was how it is to use Schlettke's levels of engagement. And so I've linked a video that we plan to use during our February PLC, where It's identified the different levels of engagement that Schlettke speaks of and how it is we can begin to develop that across all classrooms. And so certainly as part of our LIFT meetings, middle and high school, levels of engagement and instructional strategies to promote levels of engagement is a focus of our work. As well, during our leadership team PLC, we'll focus on, the infographic that you see here on the right, and look at levels of engagement and how it is through walkthroughs we can identify through a note the different levels of engagement that we're seeing connected to our continuous improvement and Slate Valley vision. The articles that I've included here as well kind of project where it is we might be moving our development of teaching and learning across our system connected with our mission and vision. And so regardless, pre-K through 12, recognizing what it is students and families might be looking for across our system as they prepare for life after public school. And so these two articles, these first two, kind of speak to that vision as a part of what we're trying to build in Slate Valley connected to teaching and learning. And then this last article was something that I think you all know, and I just wanted to make certain that you knew that research is supporting the decisions we made to separate synchronous and asynchronous teaching, because to try to do the two together, research is pointing out that instructionally that is not sustainable. And so I just wanted to make certain that folks are aware that the decision we made a couple years ago actually now has findings saying that it's not the best instructional strategy. Lots to be excited about, as I previously stated, in Slate Valley. I will say I do look forward to work as I feel we're making a considerable difference in the lives of the young people that we're working with. And this shift that we're making to pre-K sixes with a middle school and a high school is a monumental effort, and it's extremely exhilarating for me. And I hope it is for you as well. A couple of years ago, I started to say thank you to all of you for all that you do, and to teach like your community depends on it, ending with that ultimately it does. And more than ever, the community of Slate Valley depends on all that you do to educate and care for its young people. Hope to see you all around as I travel. Please know that you can always reach out. And again, thank you for all that you do.